up next on Eyewitness News. Street racing gone terribly wrong. 2 people confirmed dead after a horrific crash in Baltimore County. A story you'll only see here on Eyewitness News. Touching down, surveying the damage after a tornado hits near Essex. Commissioner hospitalized. Baltimore City's top cop spends the night at shock trauma. We'll have an update on his condition. And a little cloudy now, but could rain be on the way? Your first warning weather forecast just ahead for Dad.
And I'm Sharon Jabella live in Towson for the beginning of the annual Father's Day 5K race. We'll tell you who it benefits straight ahead. Eyewitness News is just seconds away.
This is WJZ-TV, WJZ-DT, and WJZ.com, Baltimore.
From the city to the counties to your neighborhood. Now, complete coverage on WJZ-13, Maryland's news station.
Good morning and happy Father's Day to all you dads out there, and welcome to Eyewitness News this Sunday. I'm Jessica Cartalia.
And I'm Bernadette Woods in for Tim Williams. Yes, happy Father's Day, and also this is now the first day of summer.
Right.
1 o'clock, 1:32 I think it was exactly, or maybe 1:35.
Okay.
Summer started, so we're officially in the season.
A little humid out there this
and
morning.
It is definitely muggy out this morning. Also, now we're going to have more on that coming up in a bit because we did have a confirmed tornado, and we'll also have that coming up in a bit. A little bit quieter out there today, and we'll have that forecast shortly.
All right, Bern, thanks a lot. But first, we begin with breaking news you'll only see right here on WJZ Eyewitness News. 2 young people dead after an illegal street racing accident in Baltimore County.
Maryland State Police tell Eyewitness News a group of people gathered at the park and ride at I-70 and 695 were watching cars speed down the highway during an illegal street racing event. That's when one driver suddenly lost control, barreling into a couple parked cars near the finish line. 2 people standing there were struck. They both died at the scene. State Police tell Eyewitness News the victims were boyfriend and girlfriend. The female is identified as 21-year-old Mary Abernathy of Columbia. Her 20-year-old boyfriend, who lived in La Plata, is not being named as police are still trying to locate his family. The driver of the car that went out of control was airlifted to shock trauma. He's listed in serious condition. It's possible he was driving drunk.
State police are now conducting an alcohol test on the driver. A 4th person sitting inside one of the cars at the finish line suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Well, of course, we'll have more on this as soon as it comes into the newsroom. And stay tuned for Eyewitness News for updates on this developing story. Remember, WJZ is always on. For constant updates, all you need to do is log on to WJZ.com. Meantime, the other big story people are talking about this morning, cleaning up after severe storms tear through the state. Here's a look at some video sent in by a WJZ viewer. It was shot near Essex, Baltimore County. You can see a tornado out in the distance. We're told it did, in fact, hit the ground, causing significant damage. That same storm system also caused damage in Harford County. Strong winds caused a tree to collapse in Falston right on top of an edible arrangements truck. Fortunately, no one was injured. Suzanne Collins has been surveying the damage for WJZ from Baltimore County.
This funnel cloud touched down in 2 different places in Essex about 5 miles apart, and it left a lot of wreckage in its wake. This waterfront home on Brown Creek is crushed by a fallen tree pulled up by what the Weather Service believes was a tornado. The family's SUVs also smashed. The owner saw hail on the water just before it hit.
I was exactly standing at that window at the corner, shutting the window. And I looked at the water, and it looked like golf balls.
The storm knocked over just about every large tree on this road in Burson's Point. And some of the residents who live on the waterfront here say they believe they saw a storm cloud that looked like a funnel coming toward them.
Look how it's pulling everything in.
This is cell phone video. People who live there say they took of it. One man had to race to get his grandchildren out of the water who were swimming.
When it hit the water, it threw the water up. It was a water spout. Then we see that, and we got the children out and got them safe.
Wires were pulled down by the trees, electricity and phones were out. People didn't know how long they would be stranded on the dead-end street, covered with so many large, ripped and broken trees. Just 5 miles away, the National Weather Service says the funnel touched down again in a neighborhood off Marlin Avenue.
All of a sudden, you heard the roaring, and trees just come flying past the window, and I hurry up and put the kids on the floor and got on top of them, and it was just like so,
When a tree fell on this house on Lance Avenue, the owner was not home, and he was shocked when he did arrive.
I'm only here 15 minutes now. So I don't know. He's telling me I can't stay in there.
Baltimore County emergency management officials say 35 houses in the Essex area had some kind of damage. Back to you on TV Hill.
All right, Suzanne, thank you. And it is confirmed the National Weather Service says a tornado did touch down near Essex. Here with more on that and a look at what to expect later today on this Father's Day, meteorologist Bernadette Woods. Good morning again, Bern.
Morning again, Jess, and everybody out there. Yes, in fact, it was a tornado. The National Weather Service was out yesterday already surveying the damage. Preliminarily, they're saying an EF1, but they're going to do some more research on that today and come out with an official report. So we'll, of course, let you know about that. But an EF1, now the EF scale goes from 0 to 5. So it's toward the lower end, but you saw the damage that even that can do. Today, I want to show you first warning Doppler radar because we have some more showers out there. Not what we were experiencing yesterday, but it's all still from the same storm system. And this line of showers moving down from the north, you see, there are more lines to the north of that will be coming through. But at this point, we are seeing some showers just around Brockville, just to the south of Columbia, and also in northern parts of Carroll County, another batch of showers coming down from the north. When I show you the forecast for today, on and off rounds of these showers, temperatures are getting up to about 80 degrees below average, and it will be muggy, and we'll have your forecast coming up in a bit. Jess?
All right, Bern, thank you. Remember, WJZ is always on. Stay with Eyewitness News for first warning weather complete coverage. Log on to WJZ.com for a look at live Doppler radar. Police Commissioner Fred Bielfeld is waking up this morning at shock trauma. He was participating in a 10-mile run yesterday when he stopped about a mile short of the finish line. He told aides he was feeling sick. Out of precaution, they took him to the hospital, and it's possible he was either exhausted or dehydrated. He's said to be doing okay and will be released later today. A Baltimore City police officer is under arrest this morning after a domestic dispute. Arnold Ford was taken into custody yesterday afternoon after an altercation with his wife, leaving her with minor injuries. We're told his wife is also a city police officer. Ford has been with the department since 2007. He has been stripped of his gun and badge. New this morning, 2 men are charged with first-degree assault in Harford County after an incident of road rage. It happened on Conowingo Road in Bel Air last night. Police say 19-year-old Michael Kaminsky and 18-year-old Alan Reed got into a fight with passengers in another car, then pointed a gun at them. No shots were fired. Kaminsky and Allen are being held at the Harford County Detention Center. Meanwhile, the situation remains tense on the ground in Iran this morning after anti-government demonstrators clash with riot police. Both sides are refusing to back down. And as Hari Srinivasan reports for WJZ, those protests are gaining support from around the world.
Hundreds of protesters ran through the streets of Tehran after police fired tear gas and water cannons at them. Witnesses say police have beaten dozens of demonstrators. A report that was substantiated by Iran's state-controlled Press TV.
Hundreds of baton-wielding security forces are trying to pacify the crowd.
CBS News correspondent Elizabeth Palmer says police held back some protesters from reaching Revolution Square in the city's downtown.
We heard what sounded like shots or tear gas. It was impossible to tell.
Protesters are defying an order from Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei to support the results of last week's presidential election, when hardliner Mahmoud Ahmadinejad was declared the winner. But opposition leader Mir Hossein Mousavi hasn't backed down, releasing a statement that the vote should be annulled. Some of his followers have even attacked militia members on motorcycles.
In a show of solidarity to let their relatives in Iran know that the world is watching, protesters gathered in cities around the world in marches and demonstrations.
More protests took place in Washington and in Australia and France. President Obama challenged the Iranian government to stop what he calls violent and unjust actions against its people.
I think ultimately the Iranian people will obtain justice.
With the violence growing in Iran, the president says the entire world is watching. In New York, Hari Srinivasan, WJZ Eyewitness News.
As the protesters persist in their demonstrations, riot police are getting more and more violent. They have started using tear gas and water cannons to control the crowds.
Now on to sports. The Orioles continue to roll, flying high after a dramatic win yesterday. Now we pick it up in the 9th inning. The Orioles losing 5-3, and the rally begins. Greg Zahn starts it off with a solo home run, as you can see right there, cutting the Phillies' lead to just 1 run. Then Brian Roberts comes up later. He follows suit. He hits a 2-run homer, gives the Birds a 6-5 lead, and they end up holding on to that lead at the bottom of the 9th. Their 6th win in the last 7 games. So is this going to continue? We'll find out today, this afternoon, as the Orioles wrap up their weekend series in Philly. It's Masson on WJZ. See the Orioles and the Phillies today at 1:30 right here on WJZ-13. It looks like there have been some bands of rain moving through, and hopefully we can hold that off for the game.
I was going to say, yeah, what happens with that? I mean, now, this morning, definitely humid, but you tell me, anything as bad as what we had yesterday?
Nothing like yesterday at all. Now, it's the same storm system that we are dealing with, but we're on the back of this storm, and we're going to see some bands of rain come through. More a problem, really, for the U.S. Open than for us. But you can see some of the skies out there still dark, and that's one of the bands of rains coming through. I want to show you first warning Doppler radar, what we've got going on. And this is all coming down from the north since we're on the back part of this storm. We're seeing bands of rain, not thunderstorms at this time. For the most part, it will be bands of rain and showers, but wouldn't be surprised to see a thunderstorm or two fire up. This one has already passed off to the south. You can see some showers still around Salisbury, Easton, pushing southward. Also to the north of that, though, there's another one. Shady side, still a shower around. And off to the north, here's that next band coming down from Pennsylvania. It's making its way into Westminster and northern Carroll County, and it will continue pushing southward as we head through the next few hours. And we're going to see a few more of these as we head through the day. So let's switch it over and take you back to last night. After we had the morning rain from yesterday, then the thunderstorms in the afternoon, and that was the severe weather that we really had the issues with, and the tornado with, too. We started to see these bands of rain on the back of the storm here, and that continues to come down from the north and will on and off throughout the entire day today. Also, we're going to see a lot of clouds, occasional breaks of sunshine, too. Now, the winds have turned around to the west and northwest, and theoretically, that would bring in some drier air, and believe it or not, it is actually drier air than it was yesterday, but it's still pretty humid outside, and we do still see dew points that are in the 60s. Now, yesterday, they got into the mid-70s, so we're not to that level. That's why we don't think there's as much energy for the atmosphere to work with, so we don't think it'll be the same extent as yesterday, but rounds of showers and rain are still possible on and off through the day today. We're 70 degrees right now in Baltimore, a lot of 60s out there also, and as we head through the afternoon, getting close to about 80 degrees, taking you in a bit closer, 67 in Westminster, 68 degrees this morning in Bel Air. So here's the storm that we're talking about. The center of it moving offshore, and it's actually going to stall out offshore for the next few days. The heaviest of the rain will be underneath the center of the storm, so we're not going to get that, but we're close enough that we're going to see rounds of showers pop up on and off through the next few days. So you see that front push away, and just offshore, there's that shower, so on and off rounds of showers today and tomorrow as we head through time here. Forecast looks like this out on the waters with those winds out of the northwest. They're gusting at times, and we are going to have a breezy day, so small craft advisories are in effect. Tonight, we are going down into the 60s. Today, we are going into the to 80 degrees per hour high rounds of showers. I'm getting confused with my time frames right now. Tonight, down to 64 degrees. Tomorrow, still spotty showers, about 84-hour high, and we'll have your 5-day coming up in just a bit here.
You know, for anyone who tuned in last night at 11, Bert and I were here. We live here at the station on the weekends. Yes. We do. So sometimes it's hard to tell, are we coming or are we going? Is it morning or evening? So bear with us. All right. Still ahead on Eyewitness News Sunday morning, an American journalist makes a daring escape after being held by militants for 7 months. The incredible story coming up. And a new title for the woman who raised the Baltimore Bullet.
And I'm Sharon Jabella live in Towson, where more than 900 runners and walkers are taking part in the annual Father's Day Run Walk to benefit GBMC's NICU unit. We'll talk to one of the families that benefited from that service straight ahead.
Monday.
I am Barney Stinson, and I am on an urgent mission from the future.
Ready for some time travel?
Why, hello. I've been waiting for you.
How I Met Your Mother is going back in time by exactly 30 minutes.
Did you bring that chair yourself?
I needed one that swivels.
Right? How I Met Your Mother.
What was that?
I was high-fiving 15-year-old me through the space-time continuum.
CBS Mondays now at 8, 7 Central.
Closed captioning on WJZ brought to you by Luna.
Call the flooring experts at Luna. Get 2 rooms for the price of 1. It's time to love your floors.
877-241 Luna.
Monday.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll have money every day in 2009 for driving a new Hyundai. Announcing Hyundai's We Pay You sales event. Buy with no money down, and we'll send you money every month for the rest of the year. Buy Sonatas, Accents, Santa Fe's, and more, and Hyundai will send you money every month till 2010. Plus, if you lose your job, you can still return your Hyundai and keep the money this week at your Baltimore Hyundai dealers.
Orioles at the Phillies today. Watch it on WJZ.
What connects us? It's the first warning before storms hit your neighborhood. It's accurate forecasts. It's WJZ.
Champion is your home improvement solution. For a more energy-efficient home, the solution is new Champion windows with Comfort 365 glass. For a new maintenance-free look, add Champion siding and a new energy-efficient Champion entry door. Need more space? A Champion patio room is the solution your family will enjoy all year long. So, for all your energy-efficient, maintenance-free home expansion needs, the solution is simple. Just call, click, or visit Champion today.
Like getting a discount? You're going to love Mattress Discounters. The difference is the discount. Our grand opening introduction of Sealy Posturepedic, and Stearns & Foster mattresses is going on now, but our sale ends Tuesday. It's your last chance to get a Sealy Posturepedic Firm, Pillow Top, or Ultra Plush mattress set for just $7.99, with Queen and King set savings of up to $500. But hurry, our grand opening sale ends Tuesday night, only at...
WJZ thanks Blue Dot Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing for sponsoring Eyewitness News.
Be energy efficient. Make the right call. Call Blue Dot today for a free estimate from our comfort consultants.
Call on Blue Dot every time.
Welcome back, everybody. You can see the clouds still moving through, and they are dark at times, not just because it's the morning, but because we have bands of rain coming through in some of these clouds, and it's not going to be like it was yesterday, but not completely a dry day either. Want to show you briefly first warning Doppler radar because we have these bands of rain coming down from the north, and they will continue to on and off through the day. We're going to see them rotate and sort of pivot through the area. So as we head through the day, here's the forecast. On and out rounds of rain. Now, this is not an all-day rain event, and we will see some peaks of sunshine, getting close to about 80 degrees for our high today. Then tomorrow, the same idea, still the chance for a few showers, and again so on Tuesday. We'll finally kick this storm out about midweek as a new storm comes our way later in the week. Ocean City forecast. For today, if you are heading down there, generally mostly cloudy, and again, the same threat here for on and out showers throughout the day. Water temps starting to go up a little bit, getting close to 70 degrees. Now back to you, Jess.
All right, Fern, thanks a lot. Back to some breaking news that you'll see only right here on WJZ-13. 2 people are dead in Baltimore County after a car crashes during an illegal street race. It happened early this morning at the park and ride at I-70 and 695. One driver who was possibly drunk lost control of his car near the finish line, crashing into a crowd of people standing nearby. A 21-year-old girl and her 20-year-old boyfriend were killed. We'll have more on this developing story coming up in about 10 minutes. A train derails in suburban Illinois, forcing hundreds of people to flee from their homes. The train was hauling flammable ethanol when 18 of its cars derailed. The train's crew was not hurt, but a woman in a car that had stopped at the crossing was apparently burned to death. It's possible that heavy rains were washed away part of the track. A formal investigation could take up to a year to complete. A miraculous escape. A New York Times journalist and another reporter have fled themselves from terrorists. David Rode was abducted outside Kabul 7 months ago and then held in the mountains of Pakistan. Rode and the Afghani journalist somehow got free, scaled a wall, and found a Pakistani army scout who led them to safety.
His wife said that he sounds strong, and he seems to be, in okay physical shape. The translator who came out with him apparently injured his foot, broke a toe or something in climbing down from the wall, but he seems to be okay.
The Taliban were long suspected of kidnapping him, but this morning they are denying any responsibility. Rode is now en route to America. The mother of Olympic hero Michael Phelps gives back to Baltimore. Debbie Phelps held a book signing at the Sports Legends Museum, and the signing was free, but the visitors did have to pay for admission to the museum. She recently released a memoir called A Mother for All Seasons,
And it's about being a single mom. I always think that she is spectacular.
Absolutely. Should be an interesting book. All right. It is Father's Day, as we know, and the first day of summer. What better way to celebrate than lacing up those sneakers and taking a jog?
Some people would definitely think so, and that's what more than 1,000 runners are agreeing with and walkers planning to do for today for the annual Father's Day 5K. So for more on that, here's Sharon.
Sharon's in Towson this morning. Sharon, you going to run this?
No, I was actually very impressed that there are people actually finishing this. It started at 8 o'clock, and the first runner went through about 5 minutes ago. It's amazing. It would take me about 45 minutes, I would say. But this race is fantastic. It all benefits GBMC's NICU unit. We actually have Marion Thompson to talk to us a little bit about it. Good morning.
Good morning, Sharon. How are you? And thank you for being here today.
Oh, well, thanks for having us. Tell us real quick what this race is for exactly.
This race benefits GBMC's really state-of-the-art NICU unit, which is where our smallest patients are born and raised. There are over 500 of them born here every year, and this race will benefit special equipment for these children.
And we actually have one of those kids that benefited from the equipment. He's not so small now. This is the Tuff family. Good morning.
Good morning.
And this is Eric. Hi, Eric.
Hey, good morning.
How old are you?
He's going to be 2 in August, and 2 years ago in August, he decided to be a resident of the NICU, checking in at 1 pound, 12 ounces. And because of what the NICU did, he was able to grow, obviously, into a very big,
30-pound,
ambitious boy.
And he is definitely healthy. I've been standing here watching him running all around. He doesn't want to be held.
No. He doesn't like to sit still for a minute.
So you all obviously like to benefit or like to support the NICU now.
Yeah, thanks to their professionalism, their knowledge, and their compassion, they made an otherwise difficult experience very tolerable, very wonderful experience for us, because now we have our beautiful son. So they saved his life, and we're very appreciative for that.
And you said he was in the NICU for 84 days?
89 days in the NICU. He was born almost 4 months premature.
That is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad to see that he's doing so well. And if you want to come out here, Denise Koch is actually emceeing the event. She'll be speaking after the race is over, and you can always support the NICU anytime. Back to you guys.
Sharon, thanks a lot, and Fern, it's up to you to make that weather cooperate out there.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
All right, speaking of Father's Day, we want to know what you're doing on your special day. Shoot us an email at WJZME for Morning Edition at Comcast.net, and we'll share some of your plans later this hour. Now, we're supposed to barbecue, and I'm hoping...
I think you'll get it in.
Okay.
You may just have to run in occasionally.
All right.
That'll be fine.
Thanks. All right, coming up on Eyewitness News Sunday morning.
WJZ Eyewitness News. Do you think drivers in Maryland are courteous? Some of your fellow drivers don't think so. You'll be surprised at what the survey shows when Eyewitness News continues.
Maaco is having a spectacular summer sale. That's right, Maaco is offering our popular Ambassador paint service for only $1.99. Car have dings and dents? Don't forget to ask about our bodywork specials. Bring your car to Maaco for our spectacular summer sale, but don't delay. Offer expires soon.
Located in a picturesque northeastern section of Baltimore, Morgan offers a friendly, welcoming community where history and tradition go hand in hand with advanced technology and academic expertise. For more information or to apply online today, visit us at morgan.edu.
Mr. Basement, I've got the blues.
Hi, I'm Ron Greenbaum, Mr. Basement. If you've got a nasty basement or crawl space, I've got 25 years of award-winning, modern, easy, affordable solutions for you. Call me today for a drier, cleaner, healthier, more energy-efficient home. 877-DRY-TIME or log on to my website at mymrbasement.com. Call me today.
Mr. Basement, on the job. Respect.
Very cool.
Have your kids ever gone snorkeling before breakfast? Why not? Have you ever climbed a rock wall in the middle of the ocean or tried something really wild? Why not? It's all possible in Royal Caribbean's Nation of Why Not. On our Caribbean cruises, you can do anything you want, which may be nothing at all. For as low as $80 a day, why not reserve now? Call 1-800-ROYAL-CARIBBEAN or your professional travel agent today.
Len Stoller Ford's making your car payment. That's right, during our big summer 10 event, we're making your first three car payments. Buy Focus or Ranger for just $199 a month. 0% financing on the hot-selling Ford Fusion. Prices smashed up to $14,000. And your purchase is tax deductible. Millions to land with immediate credit approval. And we'll pay off your trade regardless of balance.
I'm Len Stoller, and right now I've got you covered in every way. There's never been a better time to buy with huge savings during my big summer 10 event.
As we know, the daily drive is sometimes a journey into frustration, and it seems that rude or aggressive drivers are around every turn. But this morning, Mike 2 has the surprising results of a new survey about drivers here in Baltimore.
Courteous. Are drivers here courteous?
Because they cut you off, they don't be courteous when you have your blinker singles on, and you see them on, and they just keep on, they speed up.
Speeding, being on their phone while they're driving, texting while they're on the phone, cutting me off.
We can tell you about a new survey. It shows, no surprise, the least courteous drivers are in New York, followed by Dallas and Detroit.
Someone who drives all day, I hate getting on the road.
I've accident blocked the right lane, overturned vehicle went off.
But Baltimore surely is close to those cities, right? No, not at all. In fact, we're among the most courteous.
They are?
We are. It's right here. We're behind Portland and Cleveland, Baltimore. Yes, Baltimore. The drivers in the Baltimore area are among the most courteous in the country.
Right, stick with me here because this is where the story takes a hard left turn. In areas where less courtesy is shown, there are more crashes. Baltimore County Police, they figured out in areas where there are more crashes, there's more crime.
We're correlating crash data with crime statistics for violent crime. And where we see an overlap of high crashes and high crime, we're targeting officers in those areas to do selective enforcement.
If you're going to go rob a 7-Eleven and there's 10 cops on that road writing speeding tickets, you're not going to rob a 7-Eleven.
So the bottom line, not being courteous and being aggressive can actually slow you down.
And then all the time you thought you were the game by driving aggressively, all goes out the window when you get stopped by a police officer.
Being an aggressive driver could also cost you a lot of money. Anywhere between $200 and $600 in fines and between 2 and 5 points on your driver's license. In Rosedale, Mike Shue, WJZ Eyewitness News. Back to you now on TV Hill.
Thank you, Mike. That survey polled 2,500 drivers nationwide, and just last year, they ranked Baltimore among the least courteous in the country. We were just discussing this. How does that happen?
Not really sure.
Not
sure what into that survey.
I don't know. I don't have a comment on this. All right, there's more to come on Eyewitness News Sunday morning. Illegal street racing unfortunately turns deadly. 2 people killed when a driver loses control. It's a story you'll only see here on Eyewitness News, and it is coming up next.
Tornado touchdown, surveying the damage after a twister wreaks havoc around our area.
And swine flu changes why state health officials are no longer testing for the H1N1 virus in Marylanders.
You're invited to grab the wheel and drive the Lincoln Difference. Now, drive the Lincoln Difference home, and we'll cover your first 3 payments. Plus, get 0% APR on any 2009 Lincoln. Visit your Lincoln dealer or discoverlm.com.
Want the lowest price guaranteed on quality carpet?
Empire exceeded my expectations, especially when we got our quote. The 2 major retailers we originally approached were much more expensive.
Empire offers the lowest price guaranteed, plus shop-at-home convenience. We install next day with no payments for 1 year.
The quality of our installation was top-notch. We'll recommend Empire to anybody.
Call today.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today. Real estate wanted, and not just houses, but houses, apartments, commercial buildings, land, waterfronts, and non-conforming properties. Hello, I'm Charles Parrish. As a seller, you have a choice. You can list it or you can sell it to me in as-is condition for all cash. My goal is to earn a small profit in real estate. If you don't have to pay commission or settlement costs, you can sell for less and sell fast. I'm ready to buy if you're ready to sell. Call me today to schedule an appointment.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll have money every day in 2009 for driving a new Hyundai. Announcing Hyundai's We Pay You sales event. Buy with no money down and we'll send you money every month for the rest of the year. Buy Sonatas, Accents, Santa Fe's, and more, and Hyundai will send you money every month till 2010. Plus, if you lose your job, you can still return your Hyundai and keep the money. This week at your Baltimore Hyundai dealers.
Commute. Commute. With a McDonald's McCafe Hot or Iced Mocha, a better day is possible. Or possibly.
McCafe your morning starting June 22nd and get a McMuffin or biscuit breakfast sandwich free with any McCafe coffee or hot chocolate.
Cubicle. Here you go. Thanks. Cubicle. If you haven't tried a mocha yet, McCafe your day.
You've got to hurry to your Mercury dealer and drive the Mercury difference. For a limited time, Mercury will cover your first 3 payments, plus you'll get 0% financing on the 09 Mariner and Milan. You've got to put Mercury on your list.
Complete coverage continues with Jessica Cartalia and meteorologist Tim Williams. It's WJZ, Maryland's news station.
Happy Father's Day, all you dads out there. Welcome back to Eyewitness News Sunday morning. I'm Jessica Cartalia.
And I'm Bernadette Woodson for Tim Williams. 8:30 on this Father's Day morning, and it's also the first day of summer, and we're coming in close to 70 degrees outside. We actually do have some showers that are moving through, too. We'll have all of that coming up shortly.
All right, Bern, thanks a lot. But first, we have some breaking news that we've been telling you about all morning and that you will only see here on Eyewitness News. 2 young people, as we've been telling you, are dead after an illegal street racing accident in Baltimore County.
Maryland State Police tell Eyewitness News a group of people gathered at the park and ride at I-70 and 695 were watching cars speed down the highway during an illegal street racing event. That's when one driver suddenly lost control, barreling into a couple parked cars near the finish line. 2 people standing there were struck. They both died at the scene. State Police tell Eyewitness News the victims were boyfriend and girlfriend. The female is identified as 21-year-old Mary Abernathy of Columbia. Her 20-year-old boyfriend, who lived in La Plata, is not being named as police are still trying to locate his family. The driver of the car that went out of control was airlifted to shock trauma. He's listed in serious condition. It's possible he was driving drunk.
State police are now conducting an alcohol test on the driver. A 4th person sitting inside one of the cars at the finish line suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Stay tuned to Eyewitness News for updates on this developing story. Remember, WJZ is always on. For constant updates, log on to WJZ.com. Also making headlines this Sunday, June 21st, Police Commissioner Fred Bielfeld is waking up this morning in a hospital bed at shock trauma. He was brought there yesterday as he neared the finish line in a 10-mile race. He may have been suffering from exhaustion or dehydration. We're told he's doing okay this morning. He will be released later today. And a Baltimore City police officer is under arrest after domestic dispute. Arnold Ford was taken into custody after an altercation with his wife, leaving her with minor injuries. Ford has been with the police department since 2007. He has been stripped of his gun and badge. Strong storms lead to extensive damage throughout the area, but no place appears as hard hit as Baltimore County. That's because a tornado touched down near Essex. Suzanne Collins has more for WJZ on the damage there.
This funnel cloud touched down in 2 different places in Essex, about 5 miles apart, and it left a lot of wreckage in its wake. This waterfront home on Brown Creek is crushed by a fallen tree pulled up by what the Weather Service believes was a tornado. The family's SUVs also smashed. The owner saw hail on the water just before it hit.
I was exactly standing at that window at the corner, shutting the window. And I looked at the water, and it looked like golf balls.
The storm knocked over just about every large tree on this road in Burson's Point. And some of the residents who live on the waterfront here say they believe they saw a storm cloud that looked like a funnel coming toward them.
Look how it's pouring everything in.
This is cell phone video. People who live there say they took of it. One man had to race to get his grandchildren out of the water who were swimming.
When it hit the water, it threw the water up. It was a water spout. Then we see that, and we got the children out and got them safe.
Wires were pulled down by the trees, electricity and phones were out. People didn't know how long they would be stranded on the dead-end street, covered with so many large, ripped and broken trees. Just 5 miles away, the National Weather Service says the funnel touched down again in a neighborhood off Marlin Avenue.
All of a sudden, you heard the roaring, and trees just come flying past the window, and I hurry up and put the kids on the floor and got on top of them, and it was just like so, I mean,
When a tree fell on this house on Lance Avenue, the owner was not home, and he was shocked when he did arrive.
I'm only here 15 minutes now, so I don't know. He's telling me I can't stay in there.
Baltimore County emergency management officials say 35 houses in the Essex area had some kind of damage. Back to you on TV Hill.
Thanks, Suzanne. Remember, WJZ is always on. Stay with Eyewitness News for first warning weather. Complete coverage. Log on to WJZ.com for a look at live Doppler radar. There are now more than 300 confirmed cases of the H1N1 virus here in Maryland, but the actual number may be much higher. That's because state health officials have stopped testing everyone who's sick with flu-like symptoms. They made the decision to save resources since the flu isn't any more severe than the regular seasonal strain. They'll continue to monitor it because it could get stronger next year. Activists are renewing their call for change after a string of high-profile incidents of animal abuse. As Mike Shue reports, they're taking their ideas to Towson.
Just this week in Baltimore, a cat is chained to this fence. Fireworks are lit off under the cat's head. That cat dies. And last month, the dog, rescuers named Phoenix, has to be put down after someone lights it on fire. Phoenix and the cat skinning case in Florida have drawn national attention.
So after seeing all those horrible incidents on TV, a group of animal lovers here in Baltimore decided that they needed to do something to affect change. So here, today, at the Towson Library...
I, Megan, pledge to always be kind to animals.
Pledge to always be kind to animals.
A group called Karma Dogs is asking kids to swear to be kind with this oath of kindness.
Which is a pledge to animals to be kind and to tell an adult if you see them being hurt.
Their oath is sealed with a real paw print by the animal witness. Now, the 8-year-old is going to read to a dog named Danny. These Karma Dogs give comfort to people in hospitals, retirement homes, and elsewhere. Sometimes they're non-judgmental listeners for kids, like Megan, brushing up on her reading skills.
Some puppies must get clipped. I hope you're not this dog.
Oftentimes, kids will get together and they'll joke or laugh or, you know, kick, punch, tease an animal. And that's really not nice behavior. And we want to, you know, make sure the kids know it's okay to tell your friends that, hey, that's not cool. I think it's unfortunate that sometimes we need to remind kids of that, but I think we do.
In Towson, Mike Shue, WJZ Eyewitness News.
And we have a link to the group's website on our own site. Just log on to WJZ.com, then click on Local News.
Well, he's no longer a Baltimore Raven, but he's still helping out local kids step up their game. Daniel Wilcox, who used to play tight end for the Ravens, hosted a free one-day football camp yesterday. He invited Baltimore area high school athletes to come for an intense day of training, and I'm sure it was. Wilcox is currently a free agent in the NFL.
Very cool, and hopefully that rain didn't stop them too much.
There were a few different rounds of it yesterday. There was the morning, then there were the severe storms in the afternoon. That was the worst. That's what the tornado came from. And the National Weather Service, very quick on this one, too, to get out there and survey.
We were talking about this. You said that it usually takes them some time to get out there, and they hauled yesterday.
Because they're also down in Sterling. So by the time the storms actually calm down and they can get someone to the sites, they can really see it. A lot of times it's either night or it'll take till the next day. But they were out there yesterday, got everything in. The official report will come out later today, but they're saying preliminarily an EF1 on the enhanced Fujita scale. So that's what we got going on from yesterday. Today, it's still the same storm. You can see it doesn't look very promising outside, but it's not going to be like it was yesterday. I want to show you first warning Doppler radar. We do have these bands of rain coming down from the north on the back part of this storm. Now, the center of the storm has moved offshore. It has passed off to our north. So all of these are in response to the pivoting motion around that low, and they're coming down from the north. We have this batch of showers now in Carroll County, just around Westminster, and also off to the south of that. We've already had a batch go through. They're hanging just south of Annapolis right now, pretty much closer to the D.C. metro area. We also have a few showers just to the southeast of Columbia along 95 also. And we're going to see a few more of these as we move through the day, but this is what it looked like overnight. These already started to kick in. We saw them coming down from the north with some thunderstorms by yesterday evening and overnight. Then that sort of dwindled down to just showers by this morning. So the system looks like this. The winds are out of the northwest, and even though this northwest wind is usually a drier wind, it's still pretty muggy outside, but not nearly like it was yesterday. Our dew points are in the low 60s, and yesterday they were in the mid-70s. That was all the fuel that this atmosphere used to really build up those thunderstorms to the point that they became severe and did produce those tornadoes. Now, temperature-wise, we're not going to get quite as warm as we did yesterday either. So starting out at a pretty warm 70 degrees here in Baltimore, 68 in Hagerstown. When you take in a little bit closer here and tell you also 68 degrees in Bel Air and 72 in Rock Hall this morning. But as we head through the afternoon, only topping out close to 80 degrees. All because of this storm right here. Now, it's the one that passed off to the north of us. It is hanging offshore right now, and that's where it's going to stall out for the next few days. We're not going to be underneath the center of the storm where the heaviest of rain is going to be around New York up into New England. But for us, we will be close enough the next few days that we'll see a few of those bands coming through with on and off showers or rain. So again, these are not all-day rain events, but the possibility does exist. So overnight, you see that front pushed off to the south. We're going to get that northerly to northeasterly wind over the next few days here. Clouds mixing with sunshine occasionally, but the chance for a few showers does exist on and off. And out on the waters with all of this northerly wind going on, at least today, it's still out of the northwest. It will be gusting at times, and we do have small craft advisories in effect. So the forecast looks like this as we head through this first day of summer, getting up close to 80 degrees. Scattered areas rain. It will be breezy. Then tonight, still a few showers are possible, partly to mostly cloudy. We'll probably see some more sunshine tomorrow, but clouds building up in the afternoon, topping out around 80 degrees. And over the next 5 days, you see that we are going to warm it up throughout the day today. And today it's coming in at about 70 degrees. And the 5-day will be coming up in just a moment.
You know, last night, we mentioned we were working, and a snake slithered into the newsroom, and I think it was to get out of that rain. And I'm no snake expert. I'm just...
You guys don't even understand the squealing that was going on here last night. An actual snake did come into the station.
He is now left. All right. Speaking of squealing, Orioles on a winning streak. Everybody's so excited. Can they keep it going? Find out this afternoon as the O's wrap up their weekend series in Philly. It's Masson right here on WJZ. See the O's and the Phillies today, 1:30 again, right here, WJZ-13. And still ahead on Eyewitness News Sunday morning, seafood lovers, you need to stick around. An expert from McCormick & Schmick is here with everything you need to know about seafood.
And we're going to check back with Sharon Jabala at the Father's Day 5K.
And Sharon Jabala here with WJZ, and we are live at the Father's Day 5K, where you can see our racers are finishing up. We'll talk to one of them coming up in just a few.
But first, here are Saturday's winning lottery numbers. Good luck.
Champion is your home improvement solution. For a more energy-efficient home, the solution is new Champion windows with Comfort 365 glass. For a new maintenance-free look, add Champion siding and a new energy-efficient Champion entry door. Need more space? A Champion patio room is the solution your family will enjoy all year long. So, for all your energy-efficient, maintenance-free home expansion needs, the solution is simple. Just call, click, or visit Champion today.
Like getting a discount? You're going to love Mattress Discounters. The difference is the discount. Our grand opening introduction of Sealy Posturepedic, and Stearns & Foster mattresses is going on now, but our sale ends Tuesday. It's your last chance to get a Sealy Posturepedic Firm, Pillow Top, or Ultra Plush mattress set for just $7.99, with Queen and King set savings of up to $500. But hurry, our grand opening sale ends Tuesday night, only at...
Seems every restaurant's talking values, but Bob Evans has always had them. Like 30 real meals for $5.99 or less. Now we're making a big deal out of a big deal!
Unbeatable. Bob Evans 30 meals for $5.99 or less, like the barbecue chicken knife and fork sandwich, favor-sized country Caesar salad, or the Bob Burrito. Home-style meals, everyday deals. That's Bob Evans, the home of home style.
And no one has better values to go.
What connects us in your neighborhood where you live? It's complete coverage. It's WJZ, Maryland's news station.
My defining moment isn't a moment, it's a season. August. Aubrey Huff's this year. 32 homers, 32, 108 RBIs, 108. How many game-winning runs? Goodbye, home run! Here's my favorite. The O's are down, 9-8 to the Yanks. War is on first. Huff hits it deep.
Aubrey Huff lines it to the gap.
2 batters later, Huff heroically heads home. Game over, Yankee fans.
Day game. The Orioles wrap up their series with the Phillies today at 1 on Masson and Masson HD.
It's the annual tent event at Bill Kids Toyota, and as everybody knows, when the tents go up, the prices go down. Right now, lease a new 2010 Camry for just $239 per month for 36 months. New 2010 Corollas for just $179 per month. Not 09 Toyotas, but 2010. Discounts up to $7,000. Financing as low as 0%. It's the tent event and the perfect time to buy at Bill Kids Toyota, York Road at Warren, just 1 mile north of the fairgrounds.
All right, we are looking at 69 degrees at 8:45 this Sunday Father's Day morning. Welcome back to Eyewitness News Sunday morning. So all you dads out there, lace up your sneakers.
Yes.
Lace up your sneakers.
It is time for the Father's Day 5K, and for more on this, Sharon Jabal has been out there all morning, and she's live with us in Towson. Good morning,
Hi,
Sharon.
Good morning, guys, and we actually have, most of our racers have actually finished. It started at 8 a.m. This is the 21st annual Father's Day 5K, and it all benefits GBMC's NICU unit. We actually have Tim Doran, who is actually a racer, and he is also the chief of pediatrics at GBMC. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to have you here.
Oh, well, it's nice to be here, and there are a lot of babies born there.
There are. We have about 5,000 deliveries a year, and about 500 end up in our neonatal intensive care unit. So we thank you for your support today.
And tell us, what does the NICU do exactly?
Well, we take care of the most fragile and sickest newborns, especially prematures, babies who are born 1, 2, almost 3 months early at times, and then other sick, very sick babies. So it's a very important work that we do, and it's very intense, and the people who work there do a tremendous job.
And all the money raised here benefits the NICU, and we have a lot of families that are out here that had babies that were in the NICU. How does that make you feel to see some of these babies that aren't babies anymore? They're big guys.
No, it's wonderful. We see triplets, we see multiples, and fathers with their running strollers. It's really wonderful and heartwarming. It's great for the staff to see as well, because they see them when they're the sickest, and then to see them older and healthy is just wonderful.
Now, if people can't obviously run because it's already happened this morning, how can they support GBMC's NICU?
Yeah, no, it's just to contact the foundation at GBMC, and we would love to have any donations, any contributions are very appreciated. We can buy equipment that we can't buy otherwise, and it was very helpful to us.
Yeah, and saving a lot of babies, that's important, absolutely. And actually, Denise Koch's twins were born there. They were in the NICU for, what, 54 days?
Yeah, it was a long time. It was almost 2 months.
And she is actually out here emceeing the event as part of WJZ's continuing community commitment. And you can log on to WJZ.com later today, and we'll have a little bit more on this event. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Sharon. And again, happy Father's Day to all of you out there. Well, we've been asking what you have planned for your special day. Robert from Baltimore says he's having his morning breakfast with his daughter, who's in town from Florida. He says time with his daughter is the best gift a father can ask for. And we invite you to share your Father's Day plans with us. You can shoot us an email at WJZME@Comcast.net. And still ahead on Eyewitness News Sunday morning, finding the perfect fish. Something fishy going on in the newsroom today.
Wait till you see these fish.
A seafood expert from one of the best restaurants in town, here to tell us everything we need to know to catch that winning fish.
Summer is here, and you can take in the sights of Ocean City right from your computer. Log on to WJZ.com and click on the Ocean City webcam to take a virtual stroll down the boardwalk. It's the quickest way to see Ocean City.
Hot fudge brownie meets cool creamy ice cream. New Edward Singles a la mode. Individually packaged, ready from your microwave in less than a minute. Edward Singles. Share one with someone you love. Or not.
You got the line?
I got the line.
You got the line?
We got the line.
Injured in an auto accident or by medical malpractice? Then get the line.
The Lewis Law Line.
Call the Lewis Law Line and Neil Lewis will get right on your case. You want the man that's won more than $100 million for his clients.
Who's got the line? The Lewis Law Line.
1-800-229-9006.
I got the line.
Getting an iced McCafe mocha at McDonald's is like booking a deep tissue chocolate massage for your mouth, where 3 fully licensed flavor masseurs named Sven, Puloff, and Bruce are working all the right spots. And the best part is, you can get it on the go.
Did someone schedule a 3 o'clock? It's chocolate o'clock.
At Tate Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Glen Burnie, it's a buyer's market.
It just makes sense. If you need a new car, truck, or van, there's no better time than now.
Tate in Glen Burnie has just purchased 50 Dodge Calibers for quick sale from $10,998 or $189 a month.
Now's the time. It's a buyer's market at Tate.
Tate Dodge Chrysler and Jeep on Ritchie Highway in Glen Burnie.
Nobody has what Tate has.
Today is Father's Day, and what dad doesn't like some fresh food fired up on the grill?
And when it comes to fish, Chef Tony Marcello has everything you need to know about selecting the best seafood. Good morning and happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you very much. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there. Last time I did a cooking episode, and my daughter was talking to television. She said, "Daddy, why didn't you say hi to me?" She said, "I was talking to you." So, hi, Abby and Olivia.
Hey, Abby and Olivia. All right.
So if Mother Nature can't deliver, we can.
Okay.
All right. We have
love it.
at McCormick and Schmick's. We're featuring several things today. I brought a selection. This is a mixed grill we're offering. It's $29.95. It's a 4-ounce fillet, a piece of wild sockeye salmon, and 2 grilled shrimp. And here in front of us, I have a wild sockeye and a wild king salmon.
A giant piece of lox.
Yes.
These
It's
are
also known as
humongous.
Chinook. This is a Stikine River king salmon, and this is a Copper River sockeye.
Okay.
Also called a blueback, as you can see in the colors here.
Now, what is the difference in taste? I mean, to me, salmon is salmon is salmon.
They're very different. I mean,
I know you're shocked by this.
They are products of their own environment. They do pick up flavors from their habitats and what they eat on.
Okay.
And then it's also reflective in their fat and their flavor profiles as well. Obviously, you can see here the king salmon, a much larger fish. It's going to be a lot larger of a flake. A little bit more dense. The sockeye is a little bit smaller, a little bit more soft, and a little bit more mild. However, very profound in flavor and has wild and salmon flavor. A little bit more fishy than most of the Atlantic or farm-raised salmons.
When you go to buy fish at the store, what do people need to know? And we were talking about, you know, dads like to grill.
Absolutely. Grilling a piece of fish when you're at the grocery store, first thing is, when it comes to salmon, it shouldn't smell like fish. You know, it smells like cucumbers, or it
I think that's a big thing, because some people I know who aren't the biggest fish people think it's because of the smell, but that means it's not good, right?
Right. So it should smell like fish. The fish should be firm. As you see, it should spring back.
Do that again?
Elasticity, you know, so that the flesh is very fresh when you press it up and it comes back up. If the fish is old, you're going to make an indentation to it. It's going to kind of just concave and collapse. Obviously, the color, the amount of color, the fat content. If you're buying a whole fish per se, having a nice layer of the protective slime that it has from its natural environment. Other than that, if it has its head on, the gills, the color of the gills, the clarity of the eyes. Other than that, just use your common sense.
And any last-minute tips for any of the dads out there, or for the family?
Those dads that are grilling today, when you're grilling a piece of fish,
Let your wife do it.
Yes, when you're grilling a piece of fish, protect the grill from sticking. Take a piece of potato, cut it in half, rub it on the grills, and then go ahead and oil your fish well before you put it on there and protect it from sticking a little bit.
What is your favorite way to cook fish?
Grilled. It's the easiest. My wife's the happiest because it makes the least amount of mess because it's all outside.
Right.
It also adds a lot of flavor to it as well. So grilling a piece of fish is my favorite.
We can find you in Baltimore City where?
At 711 Eastern Avenue, McCormick and Schmick's Seafood Restaurant.
Very good. Thank you so
And
much.
happy Father's Day, and have a wonderful one.
And goodbye, girls. All right, if you missed any of these tips, you can log on to our website, WJZ.com/Weekend Morning Edition.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll have your 5-day forecast.
Thank you so much for coming.
Monday at 11. This Father's Day, WJZ's Mary Bubala takes you inside the home of a Maryland dad, with one child leaving kindergarten,
All right, so tell me about your graduation.
another one going off to college. For this dad, it's about balancing fatherhood and running Maryland. WJZ's Mary Bubala.
You live here like a pretty normal family.
Governor O'Malley.
I want. No, I want.
A different side of the first family.
Because we're all a little crazy in our own ways.
On WJZ. Closed captioning on WJZ brought to you by Luna.
Call the flooring experts at Luna. Get 2 rooms for the price of 1. It's time to love your floors.
877-241 Luna.
To the United States Armed Forces, the USO is home. Visit us at USO.org.
What connects us? It's the first warning before storms hit your neighborhood. It's accurate forecasts. It's WJZ.
Get a new Ford. You'll know the difference as soon as you drive it. Because it starts with Ford quality that can't be beat by Honda or Toyota. And the difference is in best-in-class fuel economy and features like voice-activated sync technology. Test drive Ford for yourself, and you'll see just how good different is.
The Ford Difference is also in our deal, where we'll cover your first 3 payments. Plus, get 0% financing on Ford Edge or Escape, and you'll be proud to drive the Ford Difference.
What connects us? It's the click of a mouse. It's accurate forecasts. It's storm warnings for your neighborhood. It's first warning weather, always on WJZ.com.
The Orioles at the Phillies today. Watch it on WJZ.
Welcome back, everybody. Okay, here's forecast today. Spotty areas of showers and rain, but not all day long. Tomorrow, still the chance for a few showers, 80 degrees. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, 82, and still the chance for a few showers. We start to warm it up as we head through the week. And once again, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. And on this first day of summer.
We just got our first Father's Day gift.
We did. For us. As women here, we've got McCormick & Schmick's Seafood Restaurant book, and it looks like there's some really good things in here.
A hint, hint. All right, well, speaking of Father's Day, a sweet treat for staff at the Dairy Godmother in Alexandria, Virginia.
When the president and his 2 daughters stopped in for a couple of cones, if you're curious, the president likes vanilla custard with fudge and almonds, in case you were wondering. They even took home some treats for their first dog, Bo.
How exciting just to see them running around, right? Doing Dad's Day things. All right, that's our report for Sunday morning. I'm Jessica Cartalia. Have a wonderful Father's Day to all you dads out there.
And I'm Bernadette Woods in for Tim Williams. I'll be back here tonight at 6 and 11. We also have a great report coming up from Mary Bubala tonight. She spent a day with Governor O'Malley and what he does for Father's Day.
Great. And to all those moms out there who are also celebrating Father's Day out there.